Welcome back to season two of the Courtside podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Keelan Moon. In this week's episode, we recap all the playing games from this past week, discuss why I think Nico Harrison is the dumbest sports person I know, including analysts, reporters, and insiders, and more. Now, before we get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn that post notification bell, like this video, and comment down below who do you have winning the title this year. And also, who is your dark horse to win this year's title? Without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, before I get started on today's video, I have to kind of address the elephant in the room, which is why am I posting this? Because as you guys know, it's right now, it's Friday. All right, people, the NBA playoffs start tomorrow. And as a person who lives on the West Coast, the first playoff game starts at 10 a.m. So I'm screwed. Now I know you guys are wondering also, where's my NFL content? Where's my off-season grades for every single NFL team? Where's my way too early NFL predictions for this upcoming season post free agency? Guys, that'll be coming out next week. The reason being is because I have been so busy as of late. And I know people are gonna roll their eyes and say, "You're not busy." Like, guys, I have the NBA playoffs that literally start in like less than like 11, less than 10, in less than 12 hours. So I gotta like push it. All right. So my NFL videos will be dropped next week. I'm hoping to drop them. I think I'm gonna drop the off-season grades on Tuesday, and then my way too early like post free agency video next Wednesday because, like I said, I've been super busy. Hope we could get that out of the way. But anyway, enough about me yapping. Let's get into the video. All right, kicking off the first playing game. We got the Hawks and the Magic. And honestly, this game was close at one point, but somehow Orlando just punched them in the mouth. Like this was like you got absolutely hoed in this game. You look at this game right here. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game, Trae Young had 28 points. Muhammad Guya is his name, had 12 points. Onyeka Okongwu had 11 points. And their bench was led by George Niang with 15 points. As for the Magic, Paolo Banchero, he had 17 points. Franz Wagner, he had 13 points. Um, Wendell Carter Jr. had 19 points. And their bench was led by Cole Anthony with 26 points and Anthony Black with 16 points. Moving on, we got the next game, and that's the Grizzlies and the Warriors. And I'm not gonna lie, I watched like probably the last 3 or 4 minutes of this game. I didn't watch a ton of playing games this year. And honestly, my biggest takeaway from this game was the Warriors came out with a mission. And that message was don't test us, you know. And yes, you could say it was a close game. Refs kind of hoed the Grizzlies and whatnot, but I think this was a statement win for the Warriors. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here, Desmond Bane led all scorers with 30 points for the Grizzlies. John Morant had 22 points. Zach Edey had 14 points to go on with 17 rebounds. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 18 points. And their bench was led by Santi Aldama with 14 points. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. 14 points. As for the Warriors, Jimmy Butler had 38 points. Steph Curry had 37 points. And their bench was led by Gary Payton with 12 and Quentin Post with 11 points. Peeking at the next game, we got the Heat and the Bulls. And honestly, my biggest takeaway from this game was that the Bulls, they have a pretty bright future. I know it's a little bleak right now because they're like They didn't blow it up. Like they didn't trade Vucevic in the deadline. But I honestly think the Bulls have a bright future in themselves. Like obviously you got um Kobe White, who I think is a star in this league. Miles Buzelis is an absolute demon. Like this kid's gonna be special. Anyway, peeking at the box score, Andrew Wiggins had 20 points. Bam Adebayo had 15 points. Tyler Hero went nuts. He had 38 points. And their bench was led by Davion Mitchell with 15 points. As for the Bulls, I mean, Josh Giddey had 25 points. Kevin Huerter had 10 points. Kobe White kind of struggled in this game. He had 17 points. Nikola Vucevic had 16 points. And their bench was led by Talen Horton Tucker with 9 points. Peeking at the next game, we got the Kings and the Mavs. And honest to God, and I'm not trying to bash them, when you talk about a team that you don't know where they're going in terms of a direction, look no further than the Sacramento Kings. Because this game showed extremely how mid they actually are. Like I know people are gonna say like I'm being a hater and stuff like that. Like this team was really weird throughout this entire season. And that's not me knocking. Anyway, peek at the box score of this game. Anthony Davis had 27 points. PJ Washington had 17 points. Klay Thompson had 23 points, and their bench was led by Brandon Williams with 17 points and Dante Exum with 11 points. As for the Kings, DeMar DeRozan went crazy. He had 33 points. Zach LaVine had 20 points. Domas Sabonis had 11 points, and their bench was led by Devin Carter with 10 points. Peeking at the next game, we got the Heat and the Hawks. And I'm not gonna lie, I probably watched like the last few minutes of this game and a little bit of overtime in this game. But like this game was really fun to watch, especially towards the end. Like, not even joking with you guys. This game was like this game felt electric. But anyway, out peeking at the box score of this game right here, because it was close, you know. Andrew Wiggins, he had 20 points. Bam Adebayo had 17 points. Khalil Ware had 12 points. Why did I say Taylor? Tyler Hero had 30 points. And their bench was led by Haywood Highsmith with 12 points and Davion Mitchell with 6 points. And Davion Mitchell went nuts. Like I think I watched like the overtime of this game. He had like 3 or 4 threes in a row, which was nuts. As for the Hawks, Onyeka Okongwu had 28 points. Trae Young had 29 points. Dyson Daniels had 11 points, and their bench actually was led by George Niang with 20 points and Karis LeVert with 15 points. And finally, the last game, the nightcap, we had the Mavs and the Grizzlies. And honestly, I only watched like probably like the first quarter of this game right here. This game was not even close. I think when I was watching this game, uh, the Grizzlies were up by like what 9? It was like 7-0 at one point, which was crazy, you know. But anyway, peeking at the Mavs, Anthony Davis he had 40 points. Najee Marshall had 13 points. Klay Thompson had 18 points, and their bench was led by Brandon Williams with 16 points and Max Christie with 11 points. As for the Grizzlies, I mean, Jaren Jackson Jr. had 24 points. Zach Edey had 15 points. John Moran had 22 points, and he had that really sick dunk, which, if you haven't seen it, it's on ESPN. It's nuts. Desmond Bane also had 22 points. Sky Pippen Jr. had 13 points, and their bench was led by Santi Aldama with 11 points. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the playing games? Were they fun? More fun than last year, or were they the same? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, moving on to our next segment. We got to talk about this topic because this topic honestly really annoys me for some weird reason. Like, I don't know why, but it just does. And it's talking about Nico Harrison and the latest installment of the Nico Harrison Luka Doncic beef. Hold on, let me pull this up. It's ridiculous. All right, let me see if I can find it right now. I don't know if it's on ESPN or somewhere else, but like it's crazy to see what actually happened. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Um, I'm gonna look for it right now. Um, but where is it? I have to look for it. It's if you haven't seen it, it's ridiculous. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, it seems I can't find it. But what he said was that he's still sticking with his mantra of defense wins championship, and he has no regrets about trading Luka Doncic. And I want to say this as a person who had a love-hate relationship with the Mavs this past season because they dominated my Suns and Warriors in a way. And like I said, I don't wish anybody getting fired, whether they're like a coach, a GM, a president of that team, or even the owner. Like Nico Harrison deserves to be fired. And I'm not trying to say like as like a mean person. The way he's handled this trade, like I understand people actually told this to me on YouTube earlier today, was that it wasn't Nico Harrison's job to like trade Luka Doncic. It was the owner. But to me, like he deserves to be like having no regrets about a guy who took you to the finals. And let me remind everybody about this. At least last time I checked, no one picked the Mavs to ever make the NBA Finals last year. Now you can point at and say Tim Legler did it. Yeah, I know, but Legs picked it once they got better, I think, post trade deadline. But like my point was nobody picked them to win. Like if you asked anybody at the beginning of last season, who did you guys have winning the title with a straight face? They would say the Nuggets, the Warriors, the Lakers, and the Suns. Those were the only four teams, and maybe the Clippers. We could throw in the Clippers in there as well. But those were the five teams you would ask any analyst before this season and say those were the five. No one mentioned Dallas. And it still bothers me to this day. Like, I know it's been like 3 or 4 months since the trade. It still bothers me that this guy, this guy still has a job, is what I'm saying. Is what I'm saying. All right. So if he doesn't get fired this summer, I generally won't be surprised if Mavs fans like go a little crazy. I'm not talking like start protests. I'm talking like all hell's gonna break loose in Dallas. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about this Nico Harrison's newest comments about this trade, and let me know in the comment section because I am honestly like still disgusted by it. But anyway, moving on to our next topic, we are going to now be doing our finally our first round NBA predictions. And let me tell you, I had a lot of hard time picking certain series. So if I say something like kind of crazy, just bear with me, okay? But anyway, we're going to start with the first series, and that is the Bucks and the Pacers. That's the first game to kick off the 2025 playoffs. Man, this was one of the series I've had a hard time picking because according to Shams, Dame might come back in the series. All right, he's out for game one. Even saying that, and I know we haven't seen a Dame and Giannis game in the playoffs. We've only seen it in the regular season. I hate doing this because I love Dame. And everyone who's known me for years knows that I've been watching Dame since this guy was a rookie. I got to pick the Pacers here. I'm sorry. Um, I just don't think Giannis can carry this team to a round without Dame. I think if you haven't listened to Stephen A's take on the Bucks and the Pacers, I'm probably going to link it in the description down below this video. He said it. He said it perfectly. I thought it was excellent. Dame Giannis can't win a playoff series without. That's just plain simple. Regardless, I am going to take the Pacers to win this series in a very competitive, emotional series because not a lot of people may know this, but they're division rivals and they played each other last year. I'm going to take the Pacers to win this in a hard fought 6 games. I think Milwaukee steals 2 games, but I just think Indiana is just too much for Milwaukee. Next game up, we got the Clippers and the Nuggets. Another series that I've had a hard time picking. I'm not even joking. This one was really hard for me. Because you got the Clippers, who one of my favorite basketball YouTubers, Andrew Fentanyl, said it best. Like the Clippers are red hot. The Nuggets are playing well, but it doesn't feel like Nuggets basketball that we've seen. I'm still gonna pick the Nuggets because I just think they have the better team, but I can see it going either way just because I think one thing the Clippers have shown me is that they're willing to fight. All right, and they're gonna push you to the brink. With that said, I am going to take the Nuggets to win this series. I'm going to take the Nuggets to win in 7. Next game up, we got the Pistons and the Knicks. This is going to be a fun series. All right. This is the one series like if you ask me what series I'm actually excited to watch, this is one of the few series. But man, this is going to be a very interesting series because if you guys haven't been watching basketball, one, the Pistons are in the playoffs, and two, if you want to talk about a team that isn't obvious, like Boston and Cleveland, that has beaten the Knicks in a regular season series, it's the Pistons, which is crazy, you know. But anyway, I know I said on Instagram when the series was finally revealed, I said that am I the only one that thinks the Pistons can upset the Knicks? And a lot of people say, yeah, maybe, or like, no, you're not crazy. Well, I hate to be like switch sides here, but I got to take the Knicks. All right. I'm going to take the Knicks in a hard fought 7 game series because this is a must win series. All right. Because if they do, then like some questions are going to be like rising in New York City. So I'm going to take the Knicks to win this series. Give me the Knicks in a hard fought 7 game series. Next game up, we got the Timberwolves and the Lakers. This is going to be a very fun series. I actually talked to my uncle who's a diehard Lakers fan. And I asked him some insight about this series, and he's really excited for this series. But in terms of what I'm going to pick, Uncle Tony, if you're watching this video, which I hope you are, sorry, I have to go against your side. I'm going to take the Timberwolves to win this series in 6 games. I just don't think, and I know Luka and LeBron are absolute demons in the playoffs. Like I grew up watching Bron terrorize teams in the playoffs, people. But I just don't think. I just think the Timberwolves are going to absolutely expose the Lakers big because that's the one big weakness with the Lakers. They don't have a true big. All right, you could say, yeah, Jackson Hayes is like a good center. When you have a conference with Jokic and Şengün and Chet and Jaren Jackson Jr., yeah, good luck with that. I'm gonna take the Timberwolves. Sorry, Uncle Tony. I'm gonna take the Timberwolves to win the series in 6 games. Next game up, we got the Grizzlies and the Thunder. Man, I remember this series was actually a hard fought 7 game series when I was a kid. I remember watching a young KD and a young James Harden and a definitely young Russell Westbrook. And I watched game 7 of that series. And I actually got a Sports Illustrated magazine that had like an article dedicated to this series. It pains me to say this because I I truly don't like this team. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but like I this team makes me cringe. I gotta take the Thunder to win this series. I do think Memphis can hang around and be annoying. I gotta take the Thunder to win the series in 6 games. I'm sorry. Next game up, we got the Magic and the Celtics. And honestly, this series is going to be not fun if you're a Magic. Like if I'm a Magic fan, I would be watching the Florida Panthers and or the Tampa Bay Lightning, whichever team you root for if you're living in the state of Florida, whichever you want. Or maybe, and I know they're not that good this year, maybe the Miami Marlins. Because this is like this is gonna be like a you got hoed kind of series. Regardless, I'm gonna take the Celtics. Obviously, I think they're the better team. Give me the Celtics to win this game in a gentleman's sweep. Give me the Celtics to win in in five. Next game up, we got the Heat and the Cavs. I've looked at Miami and they are resilient as ever. All right, this team is still a resilient team. This is a team that's going to be very annoying to put away. Trust me, they are very annoying, especially with Coach Spo. Like he's going to put in a good, solid game. Regardless, I have to take the Cavs in this one. I just think the Cavs have better players. I think they have better depth than Heat. I'm going to take the Cavs to win this series. I'm going to take the Cavs to win this in 6 games. And finally, the nightcap, you're going to call it, if we're going to call it, we got the Warriors and the Rockets. Y'all smell that? I smell an upset. Give me the Warriors to win this series in 5 games. Look, I understand people are going to say, but the Rockets are the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. Let me know. Name me one player that the Warriors should fear in the playoffs. I don't want to hear Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, all right, Amen Thompson, Dylan Brooks. Look, I think this Rockets team is going to be special. But as Gilbert Arenas said, this is a whole nother beast right here in the playoffs. And the team that's more experienced is the better team in Golden State. Now, do I think the Rockets can keep it competitive? Absolutely. They're the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. But however, give me the team that has the better player in this series in Stephen Wardell Curry, and give me the Warriors to win this series in 5 games. And that is my first round NBA predictions. Let me know in the comment section below what you agree with or disagree. Now, to round out today's segment, we are going to be doing something that I haven't done in a while, and that is do my courtside hierarchy rankings for the playoffs. I know we ended it last year, but that was the regular season. But this time, we're going to do it for the playoffs. So as you can see here, we have all the playoff teams that are competing in the playoffs into tiers. We have the bottom teams that are eliminated from everything. So starting with number 10, I'm going to go the Miami Heat. I think the Miami Heat are playing hard. They showed me that they're going to be tough out, and I think they can do it. Give me the Miami Heat at number 10. Number 9, I'm going to go the Golden State Warriors. They've been playing so well as of late. Steph's been playing well. Pods has been playing solid. Jimmy is going to be an absolute dog in this playoff. I do worry about their size, but as long as you got Steph Curry, you have a chance. Number 8, I'm going to actually go the Milwaukee Bucks here. I think the Bucks right now are playing okay, as of late. Giannis has been amazing this year. I just worry a ton if Giannis gets gassed at one point, but right now I have them at number 8. Number 7, I am going to go with the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. The Timberwolves, man, they've been playing really well as of late. Anthony Edwards is playing well. Julius Randle's been playing really well. All right. All right. I hope Julius steps up in this game because the Wolves are going to need it. Give me them at number 7. Number 6, I got to go the Lakers, man. I have to go with the Lakers here. They've been playing excellent as of late. LeBron's been playing well. Luka's been on a tear. Give me the 6-seeded Lakers. Number 5, I'm going to go the Denver Nuggets, man. The Nuggets, although they've been a little bit funky as of late, they still have the best player in the world. And I think if Jamal Murray's healthy, you're going to get a tough series with those two in hand. Number 4, I'm going to go the New York Knicks, man. I know it's crazy to bash on the Knicks because they were a little bit weird this year, but this team, when healthy, has the most disgusting lineup when healthy. I know Boston, Cleveland, OKC has all these lineups, but when this team is healthy, like they are a formidable foe. Number 3, and this is going to shock a lot of people, I got the OKC Thunder. Look, I think this team should be number 1 based on their record, but like they're still young. All right, this team is still young, finding their gear. All right, they may move up to number 1, but we shall see. They're number 3 for me. Number 2, I got the Cavs. I mean, what can you say about this team, man? This team is still the number one seed. They got better as the season went on. And I truly think they're headed for a crash course. I just I don't know. This team is gonna be very interesting to watch. And then finally, number one, come on now. Are you kidding me? The Boston Celtics. All right. They have the best starting five in the league, top to bottom. All right. They have two guys that can drop 25 on your head every single night. They have two of the best. I'm gonna say it again. They have two of the best shutdown defenders in the NBA. I don't care about Amen Thompson, Tari Eason for the Rockets, Alex Caruso for the Thunder. Yeah, who cares? Drew Holiday and Derek White are the best shutdown defenders in this league right now. All right. And if Kristaps Porzingis is healthy, this team is the most annoying team to play against come playoff time. But that is going to be it. So, what do you guys thought of this, of the Courtside IQ ranking playoff edition? Let me know in the comments section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I enjoyed making it. If you did, please give a like, subscribe, turn that post notification bell. Episode 28 is going to be dropped either on Sunday night or early Monday morning. I haven't decided yet, but with that being said, hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you guys next time. And also, happy Easter, by the way. Happy Easter, everyone. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.